When Alan Sanderson from Holyhead was diagnosed with a brain tumour, he was given 6 months to live. That was 11 years ago, and Alan's just been named as one of Wales' Volunteers of the Year, and he joins us now from our Bangor studio. Alan, hello.
Morning, Alan.
Lovely to have you with us, Alan. I feel like I should start with congratulations, first of all, for the Volunteer of the Year, but also, gosh, your story is really just incredible. Are you able to take us back 11 years and tell us about that initial diagnosis?
It was shocking at first.
Yeah.
You know, because I've never been ill before in my life, and then suddenly I get told that they found something and it's there. Then they found it was a brain tumour.
What was the journey there, Alan? Because presumably before they told you that, you had some inkling, or the medical people had some inkling that all was not well.
When I was in school, I had an accident. I happened to knock myself out in school, and ever since then I've been having bad headaches, and they couldn't find out what it was.
So did you have scans and things like that, Alan?
Yeah, I had a few scans.
And the results came back?
Clear. For a couple of scans came back clear. And
okay.
And there happened to be a doctor from Liverpool was in, and he's booked me in for an MRI scan, and I was there, and they found I had something in the scan.
I can't imagine what it must have been like to sit there and be, well, what were you told?
They said they just found something in the scan, and they sent me off to another hospital, and I was there for a couple of weeks having tests done.
That must have been quite a, the uncertainty of that time before you actually know what the prognosis is must be quite dreadful.
Yeah, it was.
And how were you told that you had the brain tumour?
Oh, they just came and told me it was. They told me at the end what it was. And
did they tell you how long you had to live?
No, at the time they said no, but when I was going in for my last checkup I had, they said if I don't have my operation, I'll have 6 months.
So then you start on this journey of, surgery. Tell us about the surgery and what they did.
Well, the first one I had, they removed the tumour. And then I went in again about a year and a half later to have another one where they put radioactive pellets in to try and burn it from inside out. And then I went in for another one to have those taken out. And then I think it was a year later I went in to have a biopsy done to see what kind of tumour it was. And thankfully it was benign.
These treatments and the frequency, and they sound really quite rigorous, Alan. It sounds like it was quite a traumatic thing to go through.
It was at the beginning, but I got used to it.
And you were just, I mean, you're still a young man, but you were just in your early 20s at the time, weren't you?
Yeah, just turned 21. Actually, my 21st birthday got told.
I'm just trying to imagine your life beforehand, because you were a sporty guy, really, weren't you? I mean, you were a fanatical gym bunny.
Yeah, I was.
So you were quite fit?
I was.
I wonder if that helped with your treatment. I'm sure it would have done.
I think so, hope so.
But you had to give up lots of, because you were doing martial arts as well, weren't you? I mean, could you continue with all of that?
No, I had to stop doing all of that.
Right. Because you were too much of a risk, presumably.
Yeah, I was.
And so as well as, Alan, the physical side of the treatment that you had to go through, which sounds pretty horrendous, psychologically as well, it's a lot for a young man to deal with, isn't it?
It is.
And how did you cope?
At the beginning I was shocked, but I got used to it, and then I just let it go. Just get used to it, went through day by day.
And what about your friends and family? Did they offer you support? Were they important to you during all this?
The friends that I had left were, and my family, they picked me right through it, all the way through it.
When you say the friends you had left, what do you mean? Were some people unable to cope and help you?
Yeah, most of the friends disappeared. That were my friends, my best friends. They picked me up and took me through it, all the way through it.
You learn who your real friends are, I suppose, at a time like that, don't you, Alan?
Yeah, I did.
I guess you could be forgiven for, after this news and after this treatment, just, changing your life and just sort of taking a back seat in life. But, I mean, far from that. I mean, you've thrown yourself into the most extraordinary, wide varieties of things. And this whole volunteering thing has been extraordinary, hasn't it? I mean, has it been important to you to have a purpose after this?
Yeah, I wanted to get my life back. Wanted to do something.
And how difficult was that?
At first it was hard, but I've been there 2.5 years now, and I've got better.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to explain a bit about how difficult it was and what you had to go through to get yourself back on track?
I just said, you know, because I found my friends were, and the people I work with, they've helped me. They've, you know, picked me up and got me back in work, feeling like I'm back in work and I've got a purpose to do something.
Because you lost your job, didn't you?
I did. I lost my job, something else happened, and I got told I had a brain tumour. And then same thing happened again, but happened the other way around. I left my job, and then I get told I had a brain tumour.
When, at what point were you told that the tumour was benign?
I think it was...
It was a couple of years down the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at the third operation when they did a biopsy on it.
And what was that moment like?
Relieved.
Yes, I'm sure.
And this was, 11 years ago that you were given 6 months to live. Has the tumour been completely removed? Can it ever be completely removed?
What's left of it, I'm not sure about, because it's, you know, I said it's not doing anything. So I can't answer that question, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of volunteering work now, aren't you? I think you're full-time virtually, aren't you?
Near enough.
And what kind of work do you do? What kind of community work do you do?
You know, like I cut people's grass for them, planting, cutting schools' grasses, planting and painting as well.
That must give you a real sense of achievement, and it's nice as well to do something for your own community, isn't it?
It does.
And now you've been named as one of Wales Volunteers of the Year. What does that mean to you?
Oh, that was great. Excited. I feel good about it.
So you should. Are you doing any work today? What are you doing this afternoon?
I think I'm shredding this afternoon.
Are you? You've got a busy afternoon ahead of you, Alan. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. Many congratulations on being named as one of Wales Volunteers of the Year, and congratulations too on overcoming such a nasty illness. Alan Sanderson from Holyhead.